Morning from Camp Chaos. Had a beautiful night. It's about 7:30. I got out about 7:10. Last night we went to bed about 7:30, lay in there for about half an hour and then dozed off. So I've had about 11 hours sleep, and I needed it, to be honest, after the long drive yesterday. Woke up to this with no midges. There's a gentle breeze, nothing much though. But I did wake up to 2 ticks on my sleeping mat after I got out and took my cover off. One was dead, so I guess that come off the dogs, but one was well alive, a small one though. So, tick check before I do anything, before I set off. Today we've got to go up there where the waterfalls are and over the top and along it. There's supposed to be a track along the top there. Hopefully it is there. We'll find it. And then we go over that big monster right in the middle there. When I say we go over slightly lower to the right. And then it's down the other side. So it's all uphill to start with for the first couple of hours. And then the rest should be easier. But when I say easier, you know what the terrain's like. But what a campsite, eh? This is the campsite everyone should come to. I mean, look at it. You got your bathing facilities and you got a beach, and it actually smells like a beach. You know, the sand actually smells salty. Don't know why. And it's even got shells. I don't know if that's from hundreds of years ago, because this is enclosed, this loch is. But we've got fresh running water. And I tell you what, last night, did hear a thing. No deer or nothing. Totally enclosed, out of the way. But yeah, you do have a trek to get to it. But it's one of them beaches you'll never, I say beach, it is a beach, isn't it? It's one of them places you'll come, and you'll never come again probably because of the distance you have to travel. So soak it up while you got it. But beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, I'm going to have breakfast, and I'm not going to feed the dogs yet. I'll see how I feel about that one. Rebel, don't get wet. Not with them jackets on, I mean. I've got to take jackets off. Here. Right, I've got to go. I've got to take these jackets off because they've been sleeping them at night just to take chill off in the tent. That's my Breac. I bet you like my attire here, don't you? I call these my Bothy slippers because I've used them in the Bothys, but because the weather's dry, I can use them here. Lie down. My dog's trying to get up. Flats. I use socks because one, my feet get cold, but also I put them around these base layers, so to prevent ticks crawling up, you know, inside. Hopefully it might have worked last night. Seeing I was lying on too. So coffee, and what I normally have is 2 protein bars. I can munch on the way. I've got chocolate and God knows what else, but I stick to what I always had. These 2 fools. She's fine. She just wants to get moving, believe it or not. They're excited. Watching her walking around, she's fine. Bit stiff, but fine. I was looking back at the footage last night, but only briefly. What I tried this time, rather than having a DSLR camera and kind of having the bulk and the weight, is use the action camera on my shoulder, so I could just press record when I wanted to show, like where we're walking or different areas where we're passing by, you know what I mean? So you could get a glimpse without me actually bringing anything out of the iPhone or anything else. So I don't know what the footage will come out like, but I want it to make it look real. So, you know, I don't want to have it looking like studio quality. I want it so you can see how it is when I'm walking along and trekking along. So just in case you want to use the routes, you see, or do this circuit maybe a different way. So you want to know what the land's like. Yeah, they're fine. Look at the hair coming out of them both. We're both molting seriously still. Unbelievable. I've been brushing them for weeks. But I mean, look at this view. Stunning. It's so peaceful. I slept like a baby last night. I needed it as well. That 10-hour drive is a killer. You try every which way to do it, like stop, have a breather, have a rest, you know, it doesn't work. Electrolytes mixed in with the water. In about 10-15 minutes they'll be ready to go for later. Suntan cream done. Starting to pack away. It's 8:20, we're late. But I'm taking it nice and easy. Whoops. Put my shoes. I'm going with shorts today. What I use for the bike. Just to give me a bit more flexibility. Yes, I will get mucky down here. And yes, I'll probably pick a couple of ticks up. Did a tick check. Nothing on me. Weird. Yeah, I've got 2 sleeping with me. How about that? Probably come off the dogs because they got repellent. Probably run over to me and went, he's not worth eating because he's half dead anyway. But the sun's getting hotter. As I say, suntan cream's on. Do it before you sweat and then hopefully some of it will absorb into your skin. Otherwise you put it on when you're sweating, it's just going to smear all over the place. Just took her, I'll take her again. I'm no rush, as I say. Yesterday was the longest one. That was, I put it as 8 and a bit. It turned out 10.09. Just if you want the correct mileage. That's because I took that extra mile the wrong way at the very beginning, looking for the crossing. Stella! Picking things up. A bit stiff, but she's fine. As I say, that's what you're going to get with an 11.5-year-old dog. Now, 2 choices. Could leave her at home, board her, but trust me, when I get back, she'd be a wreck. She wouldn't want to miss this. When it comes to the time when I know in my head that she is not capable of doing this, which could be soon, you know what I mean, then I will stop it for her. She will sadly have to be boarded. But no, she's looking, yeah, she's stiff. I mean, we've been lying in that tent for close on about 11.5 hours. And we settled down because we were all whacked. So, I mean, I'm probably stiff. Rebel's just rebel. .30 bang on. That's where we were. Leave no trace. Beautiful spot. When I got here, I noticed it was all flattened, and I knew someone. I checked the sand, and I'd seen someone had been here, and there was footprints, so someone had been bathing or whatever. So I guess someone had camped here. But I also found deer hair, so I knew it'd be probably tick ridden as well. I'm sure it was. I mean, when I say tick ridden, I only had 2 on me, but they didn't actually latch on. Weird. Took a while bagging up. Look at it, it still looks a monster, isn't it? Believe it or not, that's not kit. That's a lot of that is food and dog food. Food is going down slowly, and also dog food is going down. Once the dog food and the food is more or less down, that will look like a normal backpack. At the moment, it looks like I don't know, a little Munro. That's what I'm going to call it, Mrs. Munro. This is now going to be called Mrs. Munro. Feels like I'm carrying it. Right, as I say, 9:30. That's what time we set off yesterday, so weird. I took my time, was no rush. I mean, look, who wants to leave this, eh? Beautiful. Right, I've got to get the dogs down to have a last drink and splash, so they're cool. And then I know they've taken them plenty of water. I've got my electrolytes mixed with my water, so I'll be replenishing anything I lose, hopefully. I felt good last night, didn't get no headaches, no cramps or anything like that. So, and I slept brilliantly, so didn't feel sick, didn't feel off my feed or anything. They're normal signs you're pushing yourself too hard. And I was pushing hard, but I was also replenishing water and fluids all the way through the day. Right, you had enough anymore? Come on. Get wet, get soaked, you can do what you like now. Go on, cool off. Because I tell you what, it's about 16, 17 at least now. As I say, I'm suntan creamed and I've got my cap on the top there ready to put on later on if it starts getting too hot. At the moment I want to get plenty of air. It's going to struggle getting up there, isn't it? And as I say, we go up there along the ridge as far as I can see. I have to be careful near that end because it looks quite steep. There again, when you get up on some of these places, they look worse than they are, and then when you get up, they're not too bad. I think I see some sort of a track cutting up there. But it's picking up the tracks because they don't get used that much. You see, you take the wrong track and you can end up dropping off a ledge. That's why I like the dogs behind me. Right, let's push on. Whoops, nearly stumbled already, good start. But anyway, kit's all ready, I'm ready. See you on the travels. One last look. This is the other side, the lock where we stopped last night. It's over there, over the crest there. If I find any names, I will stick them out on the screen. But I'll probably, even if I did mention them, I'll probably be pronouncing them wrong anyway. Anyway, we follow down here. I believe we follow along the right hand side of a stream or a river down there. And then we go back up again. Great. Then we go down, then we go back up. Look at these views. Now the wind is behind us, so when we go down there, it's going to get very hot. Stunning. There's our next challenge. I'm following the trail. I'm sure you could cut across. I'm not going to be cocky. Stick to the trail. It's an old stalker's track. Some places like here is really, really good. Other places is invisible and very boggy. But that's the last of the lock down there, where we pitched over that hillock there in front of that mountain. breeze up here, so I'm just using the opportunity to grab some air. I'm hoping we don't have to go anything too high and we cut through, because to gain that height it'd be a killer. But I know some areas you have to go over passes, so that Barrisdale is quite a high pass. It's alright if there's switchbacks, makes life much easier. There's plenty of water. I'm doing it in pace, not just for me but for the dogs, so we don't overdo it. There's no point racing off. If we do it nice and steady pace, we'll find it much easier. And I've got to be honest, this is much easier than yesterday's trail, which was, there was no trail. Stunning. Get away from the edge. Hey, over there. There's a drop off there. Over there. Dogs. Turn your back 1 minute and they're down the slope. We've come from that way. All climbing, then back down, and all climbing, back down. You too. Over. You're on my foot. Not down there. Silly dog. It looks like we take the track, but we don't go right up. We go 3/4 up. Follow along and then come down. And we'll end up somewhere near them trees in the distance. And go for that. When I looked at the map last night, I thought we were going up and up. So there must be a trail. I can't see it by sight, but there must be one there. Should be good to find. Plenty of water about and a nice breeze here, blowing from that way, so we're going to get the breeze. Yes. They're off. They're taking me. Just having a rest under the shade of this boulder before we go along this ridge line, which is all in direct sun. Lie down, plats. Shady. So let them cool down a bit. There's a breeze coming in as well. So pace is everything. Midges as well, don't we? Just replace some fluids and electrolytes. Packs must be weighing about 50 pounds, 49 at least. Ain't gone down that much. I'm hoping we kind of traverse and go down. That's what I'm hoping. We shall see. I think we go up and over. We're doing the ridge line. Oh. It might not look high out here, but when we were down that lock it looked very high. So it just shows how much we've come up. So stunning. There's our lock down there with the beach. I don't know if you can just make this dead centre, you just make out the golden sands. We're now up here. And still going up. Over the top it looks like. I thought so first time. My eyes were deceiving me when I was coming up. I thought, oh, maybe we cut across. No. Rebel, stop it. He's rubbing his head in the grass, picking the ticks up. I think we're at the highest point because it looks like it goes down and weaves down. We're not that much short, are we? We're going. Very hard work, especially because it's all uphill. Now we're heading down. Thank God for that. Now see them trees going up the side of the mountain? That's towards the track. It goes up Barrisdale, so I know that area. So I know how far we are now. Once we get beyond that little valley V-shape in the middle, dead centre, then we'll be heading down to Barrisdale. So I don't want to get down too early. So I want to find a place for lunch, but it's clouded over up here. And it'll be a bit cool. Brilliant. Stella's looking really well. Say that, she starts hobbling. Beautiful. I mean, what a view. So, at 12:34, I've dumped Mrs. Munro and we're going to have lunch. Plate of water for the dogs. It will go cloudy at spells and that'll cool off. That's what it's been doing today. Cloud's been coming over. Sorry if I'm spinning you too fast now. But I can see the trail. I don't know if you can see it there now. See it? Dead centre. Following what looks like a stream or river. That's where we'll get down and walk along after lunch. So, easier going. Once you don't fall, that is. But there's a plunge pool. I'm going to get the dogs to go a soak in there in a minute. See? Always use what's around you. Get the dogs a soak. They'll be wet. they'll be stopped, they'll cool down, make them feel a lot much better. After I've done that, I'll get my food going before that falls over. And I'll have a drink first. Right, let's get dogs in the plunge pool. First sight of the bay. I don't know if you can make out the white road there, weaving, that leads to the Bothy. And if you look to the left up this slope, you'll see the track to, which is Barrisdale. That leads over a pass right up the top there, which we did last year on the way to Unndalain. So, time is 3:15, perfect timing. Just hope it ain't too busy down there. There's the Bothy dead centre, and tomorrow we cut up here and we go up there somewhere. I don't know if we go left or we stay on the right, but again we go up, go through passes and all that, so it should be fun tomorrow, but the pack will be lighter, a hell of a lot lighter. I found our track for tomorrow, leading up there and beyond. But meanwhile, there's our accommodation, sponsored by TUI. Now we're pushing on to the buffet. And there's a breeze. Not much of one, but there is one. They've even got a pyramid. It's a small one. Still a pyramid. Yeah, that's the way. That's the way to the Barrisdale. Over there. Whew. Lovely. That's where we come down from. Don't look much, does it? Crazy. Hey, look at it now. Very quiet around here. We'll be until these get here. Go on, you two. Rebel, Stella. Stella. Yeah, she don't look bad, does she? There I am worrying about her. Right, 7 minutes past 4. Just got to the Bothy. You saw the sunshine, nice weather. And there was not a breath of fresh air out there. And the wind was blowing from behind me. So I pitched a tent up, got it pitched up, getting the kit in. I saw the grey clouds coming over the mountains where we just come from. I thought, oh, we might be in for a shower. And within 10 minutes, the wind started coming from that way. And everything went crazy. And it's anarchy out there now. So we've battened down the hatches. I've got water, so I can, if things get worse, I've got means of drink and cooking. But hopefully it won't last long. I was just chatting to some lads there, and they said the weather forecast had predicted some shower at 4 o'clock, and it was bang on 4 o'clock when the shower started. So they've got the latest forecast, but weird. We just come over the tops there and it was beautiful. But this is the thing about Knoydart, you can never predict the weather. Imagine if you're on the mountains now. That's when you have to pitch down and settle down wherever you are. So, I'm going to ride it out for a bit, see what happens. If things settle down, then we can go out and start cooking in the Bothy and doing things like that. But meanwhile, I'll just prepare the tent for tonight. It's black. I tightened it all down, thank God. Because I was saying, when it was blowing, there was just slight sign of midges, and I thought, oh dear, it's going to be one of them nights, dead. And lo and behold, look what's happened. But I wish the wind wouldn't keep changing on me when I pitch my tent. It really, you probably hear some quad bikes in the background. There's a caretaker and gardeners and all that, and they're always out on the quad bikes doing jobs. So that's the noise you can hear. Right, nothing much to tell you except we're in the tent and it's blowing a hoolie out there. Good fun, eh? Just having a Sunday stroll, loosened Stella's legs up. Been chatting to people at Barrisdale Bothy, had my meal, had some pudding, fed the dogs. It's about 7:10, 7:15. We'll be settling down soon because as the sun sets, the midges will come out. There's signs of midges, but nothing terrible, nothing nasty. Also, I've heard there might be a few showers tonight, but next few days, so people are saying, the weather forecast is good. Good weather, so don't need to worry. What I'm doing is I'm just taking these for a stroll, but I'm also checking this is the track I'm going up tomorrow. It looks like it's been freshly laid with some new gravel. It's quite white, isn't it? And then it peels off to the left and over the rocks there. So I've done that one from Barrisdale before. I've just come down the one in the middle today, and we'll be going up that one tomorrow. What a beautiful area. You look back at the bay there and the mountains. Stella's a bit stiff, but she's fine. Got plenty of rest. We've got here, as I say, around about the 4 o'clock mark before that rain came. It was only a quick shower, about 10-15 minutes. So she had rest then. She's been resting inside the Bothy while I've been eating my meal. So she's had a good 3 hours of rest already. Main thing is make sure she's okay. If she's okay, we'll be all okay. Forever, or you'll just go forever. Look at him. He's enjoyed being fussed in the Bothy. Everyone coming in is fussing him. So that's the plan. So we'll be settling down in a minute. Won't be able to talk. There's so many people at the Bothy now. There's new groups coming all the time. So not that many tents, but the tents will build up because, as I say, we got this Jubilee weekend. So we get some late arrivals. Maybe some people come off some of these Munros before it gets dark. So I don't want to be yapping inside my tent. People think I'm going crazy. Rebel, get here. Rebel, get here. Be good. I don't know what I was worried about. There's loads of birds there. There might be nests. I doubt it. I think they're eating insects. There's like, I don't know if they're sparrows or what they are. I'm not a bird person, but I think they're grabbing insects in the air. Right. I'll see you in the morning.